Watch this. It's in, and now he tries to lift it up, and it looked like he made it. From that angle, it looks like it should count, as if he got his right foot up. His left one was outside the goal crease. On that video replay, you'd have to give him the goal.
Of course, then the other argument is, well, if he lifted it, was it across the plane of the crease? I mean, it's become so technical.
Yeah, well, that's a good point. Or was it still in the goal crease when the puck got in there with it?
So Lidstrom goes cross ice to Murphy at the Detroit line. Red Wings attack again. Fedorov drifts back, put it off of Chara's leg, and then high sticks Chara violently. There's going to be a major penalty, or should be here. Zdeno Chara just got whacked right across the head.
Who's going to go after Larry Onoff? If that's what I thought it was, there should, or Fedorov, excuse me, there should be a few guys climbing on his frame. I wouldn't close the door yet. He's out of the hockey game. I'd almost bet that he's gone, and he should be gone. He is, because he's now there. Fedorov is yelling at the referee. The linesmen are staying between the two. Zdeno Chara is still down on the ice.
Now, Zdeno Chara earlier this year suffered an injury where he came within a hair of losing an eye to escape lead.
That was an accident, Howie, and I remember seeing that. I was here, but boy, this was a deliberate motion, and I have no patience. I don't care who you are in a hockey game. No patience for deliberately trying to injure another player.
Elliot Pellman, the Islanders team physician, had gone to the Islander room just about 5 or so minutes ago to check on Rich Pilon, who had blocked a shot, was having his thumb worked out on the bench, and then went off for further examination and repair. And presumably Doc's going to have to come back and take another look. This time it's Zdeno Chara.
Things like this, Howie, are very hard to defend, even if you're a teammate. Let's take a look at it. There's Zdeno Chara. He can't. Oh, look at that. Fedorov had a hold of his stick, had a hold of Chara's stick, and then just with an axe move, swung that thing like a pole axe and hammered him right across the face. What a cowardly act. I can't believe hockey players do that. Look at that. Just took it and whacked him right. He knew exactly where he was swinging it to. That wasn't an accident. He can't think for a minute that there's anything accidental about it.
John D'Amico, the Hall of Fame linesman, who's now a supervisor of officials, is at the game tonight. Presumably saw that one firsthand, which could affect any disciplinary action, aside from the match penalty being given now to Fedorov.
Well, I guess I snapped. Anything left?
Too low rate and get or the first.
Better when I see things
First, hurry.
We sell excitement.
Well, I shake my head and I actually shudder when I see things like this happen, and it just drives me absolutely nuts. And we're going to take another look. Watch Fedorov now over on the left side. He's down on the ice. He's got a hold. Look at that. I don't believe that he did that. And you know what makes me also mad? Where were the Islanders? Why weren't they climbing all over that Fedorov? They should have been carrying him out of here, even if it's going to cost you some money. I'll tell you what, the team would pay for it, or we'd take up a collection. I mean, that's just unforgivable.
Yeah, you know, there was one shift earlier in the game. Remember when Martin Lapointe and Aaron Ward, actually it was Lapointe of Detroit, who wound up getting a stick up on Smolinski, and Trevor Linden and one of the other Islanders, Chara, in fact, went to the aid of Smolinski, but on this play it was so violent. I agree with you. I'm surprised that somebody didn't plow into Fedorov right away.
They should have been. Everybody on the ice should have been right after him. And if they couldn't get to him, it wasn't because they didn't try. You know, Howie, it's things like that that go on television, and they show it, and they show it. And it takes a wonderful game. Here we've had a wonderful hockey game. And you know what's going to be known for? That incident. And I say they're not wrong in one way. They should play it, and that guy should suffer the biggest penalty. If they're going to give Dale Hunter 21 games, when Gary Bettman came into this league, the first thing he did was he gave a 21-game suspension for nothing. Well, it was next to nothing. I disagreed with it. That's the kind of thing that should cost that guy so much and so much time. His team should lose him, and he should lose his whole salary, period.
Well, it's certainly suspendable because it's a match penalty, so that's an automatic review. It's a 5-minute major power play for the Islanders, but the match penalty means it's subject to immediate review. John D'Amico, one of the supervisors of officials in the NHL, is here tonight, and once that tape gets into the hands of Colin Campbell, you would have to assume that there will be further disciplinary action. Center and feed, Lawrence, he scores!